Hey, this is John Carlos, and from the new Batman Adventures comes the Two-Face action figure by DC Collectibles. This figure comes with some accessories that are specific to the episode Sins of the Father, like this suitcase, which opens up to fit the chemicals from that episode. Also comes with a gas mask, which is a pretty simple sculpt. It doesn't fit perfectly on the figure, but it does kind of attach and kind of look decent enough on the face. Also comes with a little tiny pocket watch and this pistol, which has a kind of a cool sculpt to it. And the last big accessory is his Tommy gun, which is a very simple design, but it certainly, like, you know, suits the animated style of the show. Now the figure starts with a right hand holding a coin, but there are two alternate hands. There's a fist and a gun hand. Left hand is a fist, but it comes in alternate gun hand and relaxed palm hand. Lastly, we've got the figure stand, which has like the character turnarounds on it. You assemble it by sticking this post like so into the hole, and then adding the claw section to the top like that. What's cool about the claw is that not only does it slide up and down, but it also can slide forward and back. I am genuinely surprised that this figure is able to stand on its own with these tiny little feet compared to the sheer mass of the torso and the shoulders and the weight of it all. Granted, it can stand well on its own right now, but I'm not going to trust it on its shelf forever. I'm going to, use a figure stand, obviously. Now let's take a closer look at this figure, because there are some really good sculptural details. I think they did a great job sculpting his face, especially his mouth and the little bumps on his head, his eyebrow. I like the way they handled his hair. I think the sculpt and the shape of the figure, as far as like the suit, looks great. There's some great animation lines that have been translated into a figure. He's a good looking figure, and I dig the coin in the hand. The sculpt is great. Paint is something that's worth talking about. Now mine's decent. I looked at 16 of these in stores. None of them were perfect. Many of them were flawed. You can even see his hair is kind of missing some paint right there. But there are a lot of things to be on the lookout for if you're hunting for this. Be on the lookout for the black paint bleeding into his mouth or not being properly painted around his mouth. You can see mine doesn't have the proper black outline around his eye, but this is the best figure I found. There are some eyebrows where the black paint is poorly done, or you can see the kind of skin-colored surface behind the eyebrow because the eyebrows haven't been properly painted. And I'm not being nitpicky, I saw that on a bunch of them. I saw a bunch where the hair was poorly attached, or you could see a giant seam beneath the hair. There were many where the black and white don't line up properly. We can see the white underneath the black paint, kind of like how you can here on the collar, but this is better than some. There were some where the paint's just gloppy. I saw some where the crotch was like done with multiple layers. It was all bumpy and gross. It looked kind of like he had like a venereal disease, to be honest, because it was all bumpy and scratchy and gross. There's a lot where there's like paint scratches everywhere. But man, some of the paint on this is really wonky. So if you're in stores, take your time and try to find a good one, because there's some with just various black dots all over his white suit. Now those complaints aside, I managed to find a good one, and I do like the paint on mine. I like the paint of his mouth. I think it looks really good, the way the teeth are separated by that line. Eyebrow looks good. I like the use of color. I think his suit looks pretty good. The articulation on this is okay, but the joints are really stiff on mine, especially like this elbow joint here. Like, it takes a lot of effort to twist it to the side, which is kind of annoying because it's probably like the one joint that you're definitely going to be using with a coin in his hand. Despite the tight joints, I still like this figure, but that comes from a personal bias because I really like Two-Face, and the figure I got has a pretty decent paint job. But man, DC Collectibles really needs to get their act together when it comes to painting these figures, because some of them are just awful looking. But this figure does have a good sculpt, and I do dig it. Just take care when you're hunting for this in stores. Thanks for watching!